Hey Internet, Eric here. Down here getting ready to do some laundry. Typical Sunday here at the house. And I guess we're getting ready to finally take down the Christmas tree. You know, it's mid-January, so I figured why not. I figured, you know what, I'll do another vlog real quick, say what I've seen lately. I just got done watching a DVD called The Bloodiest Matches of the Millennium. And it's filled with a lot of Japanese and ECW stuff. Like Mr. Pogo and, you know, Brian Lee and Perry Saturn, Ian Rotten. Yeah, the usual stuff when you think of deathmatch wrestling. But one match I wanted to briefly hit on was Great Muta versus Hase. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but it's Hiro, H-I-R-O, Hase, H-A-S-E. He's Japanese, so I'm probably butchering the fucking thing in the translation. This was a fantastic match because I haven't seen a lot of Japanese style matches to begin with, unless it's just the usual deathmatch shit. And this was great because I knew who the Great Muta was, because from the NWA and WCW he's a legend of international sport. And I'm just gonna call his opponent Hiro. No clue who he is. I've heard of the name in various like Pro Wrestling Illustrated and The Wrestler and magazines like that. And the reason why this was in the Bloodiest Matches of the Millennium DVD was it's just a typical match until Muta goes under the ring and he pulls out this gigantic spike. And I mean this is just like a little thing from my Michael Myers figures, but literally it's sharp like this, and it's a spike that they use to put the ring together, like, you know, twist the turnbuckles or what have you. And he's going to use it on Hiro, and Hiro takes it, drives it into Muta's head, and of course that opens Muta up, and the blood is pouring all over Muta. And this is like a 20-minute long match that's going back and forth. And this introduced me to Hiro, and I thought to myself, okay, maybe this is just some typical Japanese wrestler. But no, this man was vicious. Just the punches and the kicks and the slams and everything he did to Muta showed me that this man was as badass as I've read about him in the wrestling magazines. But what really got me into enjoying this match was, you know, in its brutality, was there's a scene in it, you know, a spot, which is what they call in wrestling, where Hiro bites on Muta's head while Muta's bleeding, and then Hiro just turns to the crowd and literally, like, if you've ever seen Monday Night Raw when Triple H was, you know, wrestling, he would have a mouthful, you know, he'd take a swig out of a water bottle and you just, you know, spit it up into the air. This is exactly what Hiro did with Muta's blood. And blood is gushing down Hiro's chest from it. And if it's on YouTube, I'll look for this match, and I'll put it in the link, or I put it in the description of my video. Really opened me up to both of these wrestlers. Fantastic back and forth match. If you ever only see one, you know, Japanese wrestling match, this is definitely one to go for. Let's see what else. I finally watched the Babadook, and me and my wife watched it last night, and didn't see what the hype was. Didn't understand it. Very, very slow build up. When it finally built up to the Babadook doing what is, you know, terrorizing this mother and this son, that was really well done. The tension was great. You know, the music, the acting was very well done. But then it kind of went up and down. With the rest of the film, like the very beginning, like the first maybe half hour, we were bored. We were bored to death. And then you get to the Babadook attacking, and the mother, you know, dealing with this and trying to deal with, you know, keeping her son safe. That kept you at a real-time high. And then how they defeat the Babadook, just couldn't do it. It was like all that greatness for nothing. And then the very end had us wondering what the hell we just fucking watched, and we just both left disappointed. Do I regret watching the Babadook? No. And I'm not really going to go into a lot of it because this is just a short vlog. If you want to know what the Babadook is, just Wikipedia it. Evil spirit terrorizes a mother and her son. More to it, but if it was one of my normal movie reviews, I'd go into a lot more depth, but I'm not going to because honestly, I didn't think it was really worth it. And I will be getting back to normal movie reviews as well. It's just I've been so damn busy. I haven't had time to put a lot of thought and effort into deciding what I'm going, to review. But I have some movies, set aside that I will be doing. I will be back to doing You Hate It, I Don't, and stuff like that. But just lately, it's just I've only had times for these short, little vlogs or rants. But I will be back to doing what I'm doing. But I think that's... Oh, and thank you Netflix for reintroducing me to Grounded for Life. A fantastic show that I used to watch on Fox with Donald Logue. And who else is in it? Like I said, if you've seen Superbad, he's the guy who is the boyfriend of the girl who has her period on, what the fuck is his name? The fat kid. Shit! Jonah Hill. When she's dancing on his leg and stuff, and then he leaves and she's got a blood stain. He's got a blood stain on his pant leg, and he plays the boyfriend, the angry boyfriend. Super, super funny show. Donald Logue and his wife have 3 children, and they had their first kid at 18. So they got married and all that. And they're young. They got 3 children. They've had all 3 children, I think, before they turned 23. And it's basically a comedy of them raising their kids and, everyday life. But what I like about this is every episode starts where the main thing has already happened. The main focus of the episode has already happened. And then through tons and tons of flashback, you get built up of what happened and how they're able to overcome it. Very good, very sarcastic, very funny. Every character is super likable. So I started watching it yesterday. I'm already on like episode 9 of season 1. So definitely check out Grounded for Life if you haven't. Like I said, I totally forgot how much I enjoyed this show. So thank you Netflix. You are good for something. Alright, that's it. I gotta go do some laundry and deal with my Christmas tree. But thank you for watching this. I do appreciate, the little responses I get from the few people that watch. Whatever. I will be back doing my usual shit. Movie reviews. You Hate It, I Don't. Rambles. All that stuff. Kind of like where I'm rambling now. But, thank you for the new subscribers that have come to my channel. I'm now at 36, which is surprising. I never thought I would have like 36 people at least somewhat interested in what I have to say. Thank you for any and all comments, any constructive criticism, blah, blah, blah. The usual shit that people like me say at the end of this video. So, cheers, and I'm out of here.